أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Dear students, لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إني كنت من الظالمين. There is no deity except you. Exalted are you. Indeed, I have been of the wrongdoers. This is a dua at the time whenever we are in danger or when we ever have any kind of sadness, so we have to recite this dua. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will send the blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to all of us. Ameen. So my dear students, today we'll talk about our subject is science and chapter is microorganism. So we'll discuss what we are going to see in this microorganism. As you have seen the picture, you can see the paramecium is there and some of the bacteria and viruses are shown over there and fungus are there. Now, when we are going to study the microorganism consists of fungi, bacteria, virus, and then we can make another distribution about fungi, which is fungi consist of yeast and mold. Then bacteria, the examples are E. coli, lactobacillus, and salmonella. Then we come towards the viruses. The examples are Ebola and HIV. So this is a simple bifurcation of the microorganism, how we are going to divide the microorganism into different branches. What is microorganism? A microscopic organism which is too small to be seen with the naked eye, or sometimes even with microscope. It means a microorganism is so small that we cannot see without the help of microscope. Here we are going to discuss the types of microorganism. There are different types of microorganism: fungus, bacteria, and virus. What is microorganism? Living organism which is so small and need microscope. So it's very clear to us that microorganisms are living organisms. They are so small. It means that if we need to see them, we have to use a microscope. What are the groups of microorganisms? As we have discussed before in the first slide, there are bacteria, fungi, algae or algae or protozoa. Now we'll discuss protozoa. When we talk about the protozoa, it means we are talking about the single cell animal or unicellular. So protozoan and protozoa, it means single cell animal which is so small, and we need to see, if we need to see them, we need to use a microscope. Where can you see or where can you find microorganism? Where are the places where we can find them? So we can find them in the soil, we can find them in the air, we can find them in the water, even we can find them on the skin, and even we can find them inside our body. So microorganisms can be found soil, air, water, skin, inside our body. Are microorganisms present in these samples? The spot on the apples are colonies of fungi, and you can see there is a food. So we'll discuss, can we find them? What do you call the process of breaking down organic matter? This is called decay. You see that there is mold is going to produce on it. Bread colonies we normally observed in our home when sometime we are placing the bread near to the warm places. So we have this kind of situation. The fungus is the largest microorganism that includes yeast and molds, as well as the more familiar mushrooms. Mold, a type of fungus that causes decay and the production of carbon dioxide and alcohol. Yeast, one of the largest microbes, a fungus used in bread manufacture. Bacteria, a small microorganism. Some bacteria can cause infections, but they can be killed by antibiotics, by sterilizing, or by using disinfectants. Now you can see there is a rod-like shape, spherical shape, and spiral shape. In this pandemic situation, we know that we have been advised by the doctors that we should use a sanitizer, but before using the sanitizer, we should have to wash our hands with soap, and then we have to use the sanitizer and to prevent ourselves with the COVID-19, a coronavirus. So we'll discuss in later of it. Now the virus is a microbe even smaller than a bacterium. They can only become active inside other living cells. They are not affected by antibiotics. Viruses cause flu and colds. And the picture which is present in green, you can see that this is the picture which is shown on the different ways, which is some like the coronavirus, and they are viruses which is so small. Are microorganisms good or bad? We talk about harmless and harmful. Useful and harmful microorganism. Here you can see there are sometimes they are good and sometimes they are bad for us. Useful microorganism, you can see that bacteria in the yogurt, bacteria and fungi that decomposes dead leaves, and yeast to rise bread, mold to make the blue cheese. What happened to the harmful microorganisms when they enter the body? When these harmful microorganisms enter into the body, they produce toxin. Toxin is known as poison, and this toxin or poison damage the cell of any living thing or living body. What do you call diseases that are caused by microorganisms? They are called as infectious disease. Diseases caused by viruses, measles, rubella, common cold, AIDS, swine flu, chickenpox, cowpox, and diseases caused by bacteria, tooth decay, diarrhea. Now the harmful microorganism, molds grow on bread, other foods, viruses that cause flu and cough, bacteria that decaying tooth, and diarrhea, bacteria that causes diarrhea. We'll discuss in detail inshallah ta'ala in coming slides and in coming classes. Now here you can see that microorganism, there are a different kind of mice, streptococcus, pneumonia, meningitis, salmonella, mycobacteria, and tuberculosis, vibrio, cholera, and these are different kind of disease or microorganism which is produced by bacteria, viruses, and fungi. There is a process to sterilize, a method of destroying microbes on any object by heating to the boiling point of water. This is called sterilize. Pasteurize, a method of preserving food by heating it briefly to destroy the microbes but leaves the flavor and food value unchanged. Here in the picture you can see that measles are shown, the hard crust, red spot and blisters. So measles is also a kind of disease. Jazakallah for today. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.